How can you solve impact sound, walking sound from a stair if you have a sensitive room that is next to the stairs? I'm working on a school at the moment, and then we have like a teaching room, which is sensitive from noise to noise, and then you have one of the big communication stairways. So there's going to be quite a lot of walking traffic there. So we need to make sure that there's no sound annoyance from the walking traffic into the room. So it could look like this, that you have a room here, and then you have your stairwell out here, and then there's some kind of wall construction there. And so how can you solve the basic principle of walking sound in a stair? Well, let's consider that we have some kind of wooden construction here, and then some kind of maybe some CLT or something to put it all together. Well, one way you could improve impact sound insulation in this case is to put some kind of elastic layer on each step, and then perhaps also with either some linoleum or even stone finish or whatever. And that could work, but here's something you have to consider. If you're dealing with walking with shoes, this case, what does this sound like? Well, it's going to be typical, this clackety 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 clack from shoes. I think you know what I mean. Now when this is quite clear that when you hear someone is walking with shoes, this is high frequency sound. But in my case here, this is in this place, people will not be wearing shoes on this staircase, because there's like a shoe limit border when you come into the school. So the people will not have shoes here. They will be, well, not barefoot, but just for the sake of the argument, we'll draw it like so. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 toes. That's the noisiest kind of feet. No, doesn't matter. Anyway, if you're walking like this, what does this sound like? You will not have any clappity clappity clap sound here. You will have boom, boom, boom. Think of the elephant upstairs, the heel impact. That's what you will hear from this kind of sound. And here's the important point. When you do this elastic treatment, it's good to take care of the shoe sounds, but it won't help you much if this is the case. If we would look at the impact sound level, and you have some kind of curve here, you got frequency on the x-axis, and you got L and T. It's basically a sound pressure level from walking. A lower value is better. So if this is your starting position, and then you add these elastic layers on each step, what will happen is that you're gonna tilt off the curve up here. And this is good if you're dealing with shoe sounds, because then you will have a lot of these sounds up here. Shoes, clappity clap, I call it. Clappity clack. But it won't help you if the heel sound, that's more a character like boom, like this. So you see, this won't help you if the most of the energy is down there. So in this case, we propose a solution where we have CLT, load-bearing structure, wall, and then there's the staircase, and some other kind of guide rail or something there, which also carries the load. I think it's better to do it like this. Then you have a separate wall structure here. It's basically like a unit separation wall in principle, and a couple of gypsum layers here, and this is some mineral wool, and then you will have an air gap of, let's say, at least 10 air. So this is a completely separate wall, and this should be a safe option to improve the walking sound insulation to the degree that we will not have the problems. So for airborne sound, this wall construction is probably going to be quite overkill. But like in this case, you might need it for different purposes. And yeah, well, that's about it. The takeaway from this video, the principle that is most important, is that do consider if the problem is related to shoes or heels. Because if you're dealing with this barefoot case 1 and case 2, if your case is case 2, elastic layers on the surface will probably be very good. But if you're dealing with case 1, boom, 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 you will need to consider another approach. Then those elastic layers might not help you enough. And then there's a matter of structural engineering, construction instead, how to solve it. Yes, that's it for today. And in today's video, I'm wearing a navy turtleneck, light gray jacket, and a little orange pocket square, which I think turned out pretty good. I pair it with a bright pair of trousers, like white-ish jeans as well. So when you have something dark here, I'd like to put something with brighter colors on the rest to improve the contrast. And then this little orange, which goes really good together with blue and gray. I think it's a very nice one. And actually you pick up the blue inside the paisley pattern as well, so you get the turtleneck color once again. And these ones are very good because the winter is coming now, so it's really cold outdoors, so it's going to be perfect. Actually, it was pretty good color match with the beard as well. So if you got this color of your beard, you can also use it with your outfits. See you later.